Good afternoon, dear farming community. My name is Tionge Kacheche, and welcome to the special edition of Agritalk Africa featuring the Agriculture and Cooperatives Awards nominees. And today we are talking to Mr. Wilberforce Sichinga, who is nominated in the categories Fish Farmer of the Year Award, sponsored by IBAN Aquafish and Consultancy Limited. Thank you so much for your support. And also Mixed Farmer of the Year, and also Mechanized Farmer of the Year. So today we'll be talking to him to just know more about his farm operations.
This is Agritalk Africa, the podcast that puts farmers first.
Thanks very much, Taonga. I appreciate for this opportunity to interview and come to my site. Yes, I'm Wilberforce Sichinga. I do a variety of farming, as you have seen from where we are coming from. I've got bananas, which I run 1 hectare of bananas, 1,600 plants. Aware of that, I've also got bees, as seen. I've also got aquaculture, which you are seeing now as we are talking. Then also, I've got machinery, as you have seen. So the whole sense of doing that and venturing into agriculture is that agriculture is one of the industries which is mostly needed by the country to up the economy of the country, also where food is concerned. And personally, to my side as well, is an investment because I'm an agriculturalist by profession. That's my job. That's what I do. That's what I grow with. So I thought I could do something smaller, going little bit, growing up, so that when I reach the retirement age, I've got something to do for myself and something for my family. So far on bananas, we are talking of 7 months of the bananas. We planted them in December. That was late December. So we are busy working with a project, irrigating, applying water, nutrition, and we should be looking at harvest somewhere October or November. Though this year or this season won't be all that good for our production as we are just setting up. We look forward for a huge production that will be next season when we have done all the setup. Then coming to the bees, we are specialized in pollination, but looking at the market also and the plants we see in Zambia, not much of the farmers are growing the plants which will need the bee pollination. So we are transforming into honey production. And we have smaller hives. All those smaller hives will be transformed into the Kenyan top hives, which are the majority of the ones you have seen around. And you have done a research and seen that there's money in the honey. Yeah. Then aware of that also, there's aquaculture, which I've been doing for 3 years now. I started limping, raining, and I've learned about it. It's something which is easy as long as you do it in a professional way. And most thing is you have to watch the parameter on water. You keep the water fresh and make sure the pH range is within optimal for the fish to thrive. That has to be 6.5 to 9. Yeah, and fish actually, they are very sensitive. Just by observing, they will tell you to say, we need fresh water here. Because when you feed them, they won't even feed, but they will just be swimming around, moving them. Then that will tell you to say there's something wrong with the environment. Yeah, and water management plays a very vital role on fish management because that's where your growth comes from. That's where your weight gaining of the fish comes from. And that's where your income generation also comes from. Yeah.
Okay, so having you mentioned all this, I did notice the time that we were doing the farm tour that you have some tractors and other agricultural equipment. So now, how has this type of mechanization improved your productivity and efficiency at the farm?
Yeah, if I'm to compare how I started working manually from scratch and where I am now, there is a big difference because on labor, it's less costly. I'm not paying all that much as I was doing. Then also the time frame of doing my job is lessened. Then I'm also doing my job in a professional way, in a smart way that the crops themselves would respond better when I do the land preparation. Yes.
And then in all this that you have mentioned, what are the challenges that you're facing?
The big challenge I think I would mention for now is the season. Let me talk of the season for 2023-2024. That was a natural calamity. We didn't have enough rain, like in our area where we are. The rain pattern wasn't all that good. If we are in the good season, we expect something like 750 millimeters per annum to 1,000. But by supplies, we only got somewhere 560 millimeter, which wasn't even enough to fill the reservoir underneath for us to pump that water to the irrigation as needed. So yeah, I would say most of the challenge is in water, that is nature, and it has affected part of the production, like on the bananas. They are not coming the way I expected, but it's fine, we are setting up. We'll be there next year. And we are also looking forward into adding up a second borehole, so that when we run out of water on the current borehole we have, we'll be okay for the summer season which is coming. Yes.
And then looking ahead, what would you say are your long-term vision for your farm?
My long-term vision for the farm is expanding. Yeah, the farm which I'm holding now is just too small, so I'm trained as a commercial. My vision is to operate as a commercial. I'm looking at something minimal. If all it fails, let me have 100 hectares of land so that I can add up from the banana plantation. I can also go to arable cropping, where I can do the soybeans, where I can do the maize, and all these other crops. I diversify so that I can fit in the market. Then if one crop is down, at least I'm able to cover from the other crop. I believe in that way.
So what message would you have for farmers and also aspiring farmers, especially those that are interested in having a modern farm in terms of mechanization?
Yeah, the way to the farmers is one, farming is not an automatic game whereby you play 1-2, you win. It's a game which needs passion, which needs commitment. You need to love what you are doing. You have to understand what you are doing. And what do I mean? Let's say, for instance, I mentioned the season for 2023 and 2024 wasn't good. Yeah, the harvest for the farmers wasn't all right, but you can't give up. You can't give up. You know, next season, it will be well for the nature who have water. So when you have lost this time, it does not mean like all the seasons will be bad. No, other seasons will be good for you. Then the most important also, if there is room, try to diversify. Simple terms, grow soybeans, grow maize, grow sugar beans, grow sorghum. So that when the price goes down for maize, at least you are able to gain on other crops. Yeah, because how it works mostly is, when there's good price for maize this season, then next year most of the farmers will shift to maize production. And that's what now floods the market, then you see the price will go up. So try to balance up on the center. At least you have 2, 3, or 4 crops if there is room for you to do that production. Yes.
Now, thank you so much, sir, for joining us on this interview. There you have it, dear viewers. Thank you so much for having listened to this interview. Until next time, my name is Tionge Kacheche, and I will see you in the next episode.
This is Agritalk Africa, the podcast that puts farmers first.